Assume this pillow to be a sacrum. Assume it is a sacrum, and let's discuss about axis and non-axis dysfunction. So let's talk about the axis of the sacrum first. So this axis is the longitudinal axis, okay, and the dysfunction which occurs on around this axis is the sacral margins, anterior sacral margin, posterior sacral margin, which indicates that for example, this is the right side, this is the left side. If right side is superior, ILAs are, if both the ILAs are anterior, then it is the anterior sacral margin, and if both the ILAs are posterior, this is the posterior sacral margin. So this is the sacral dysfunctions, axis dysfunction on the longitudinal axis. Okay. Then next is the transverse axis. So transverse axis, like this axis, passes through S2. So the movement which happens on the transverse axis is the anterior movement and posterior movement. So sacral notation, sacral notation, right? Then we have the oblique axis, two oblique axes. This is the right oblique axis passing from right superior border to the left inferior border, and the left oblique axis passing from left superior border to the right inferior border. So the torsions are of two types: flexion dysfunctions or the forward torsions, backward dysfunction and the backward torsion or the extension dysfunction. So, for example, on the right axis, the forward torsion will be like this, forward torsion, and on the left axis, the forward torsion will be like this. Clear? Fine. Then the backward torsion. Backward torsions are the extension dysfunctions. Then how do we find out whether it is an extension dysfunction or flexion dysfunction? With the help of spring test. Spring test. If you find out that there is an asymmetric spring, it means that there is no axis, it is a non-axis dysfunction, and the ILAs are not equal. If you find out an symmetric spring, it indicates the axis dysfunction and ILAs are equal. Okay. Now the positive spring test indicates the extension dysfunction. So you go for the spring test on all the 4 poles, and you find out whether it is positive or negative. If it comes positive, it is a positive spring test. That means the patient is having the backward torsion problem. Now, how to decide the axis? On which axis the backward torsion has happened? The axis will be defined as the axis which is opposite to the positive seated flexion test, or where the sacral sulcus is shallower and ILA is posterior. Okay, fine. So on right oblique axis, the backward torsion will be like this. Okay, it is L on R, facing left on the right axis, facing left on the right axis, and R on L means facing right on the left axis, facing right on the left axis. Fine. So these are the axis dysfunction. Now non-axis dysfunction. Non-axis dysfunction, ILAs are not equal. Spring test is asymmetric. So we have two types of non-axis dysfunction. One is unilateral sacral flexion and the other is unilateral sacral extension. And how do you decide unilateral sacral flexion and extension? When the seated flexion test and the ILAs are posterior and inferior and the sacral surface is deeper on the same side, it indicates that there is a shear. There is a sacral shear problem, and that shear is the unilateral sacral flexion or extension respectively. Thank you.